Today is Wednesday, March 25th, and I want to start with an update on my radish seeds. We had a minor disaster and the whole container got knocked on the floor and all of the tubes spilled out, but we hacked all the dirt back into tubes and found the seeds and put them back in, and you can see right here there's one that's coming up, and right here there's another one coming up right there, and right here there's one that's sprouting pretty well. So they've had a rough start, but now they're off and growing, and we're going to move them under the grow lights until they're big enough to move outside. During the winter, the short days and cold temperatures really slow the growth rate of plants. So I grew some lettuce indoors under the Aero Garden lights. These are Paris Island Cause. I used that to supplement the black-seeded Simpson we were getting outside. There are 6 plants, and I wanted to show you the difference in growth rates between a plant that's in a large pot with plenty of space for roots and good lighting, and one that's in a constrained container that doesn't really give it much room to grow. These plants are the same age. The one on the left is grew vigorously. The roots are coming out the bottom of the pot. And this plant is the exact same age. It stayed in a little plastic cup. Lighting was not as good, and although it was watered properly, it just does not have the growth rate that you get from a plant in a big pot, or a plant that grows in soil, which is even better. Now that my black-seeded Simpson lettuce is growing quickly outdoors, and I've got some new lettuce plants that I've just gotten started outside, I'm not worried about growing plants indoors to eat, and I need the space under the grow lights to get my tomato and pepper seeds started. I'm actually about a week or 2 weeks behind. So I'm going to tear these plants down and free up some space under the grow lights. They've got some leaf damage from growing up into the light fixture and getting burned, but overall they're pretty good. There's a lot of good lettuce to eat here, so I'll add that to my big bag of lettuce. Here's the lettuce I picked off those 6 plants. One of the things you can do if your lettuce starts to get bitter is you can soak it in cold water right after you pick it for about 30 minutes, and then change the water and soak it for another 30 minutes. And that will draw a lot of the bitterness out. I don't know if these are bitter or not. I don't think they are, but if they are, that's just something you can do. Just remember to soak it right after you pick it before the ends of the leaves seal up. So I'm going to take all the rest of this to the compost pile, and then I'll have space under my grow lights to get my tomatoes and peppers started. The last part of this video is a list of my 20 favorite YouTube garden channels, listed in order by number of subscribers. Number 20 is Plantsman's Corner, filmed at the Eggleston Hall Nursery Garden near Leeds in England. Number 19 is Greg at Maritime Gardening, which is filmed in Canada, Ontario, I think. Number 18 is Farmer Jesse with the No-Till Growers show. Number 17 is Jason at Fraser Valley Roses. That would be Fraser Valley in the west coast of Canada. And number 16, Black Gumbo Southern Gardening with Scott Head. It's filmed down in Texas. Number 15 is Mark at I Am Organic Gardening, filmed in the Garden State of New Jersey. Number 14 is Greg Allison at Green Greg's Worm Farm down in Alabama. Number 13 is Travis and Greg at Hoss Tools. They manufacture and sell garden tools and supplies, and they're also growers. Number 12 is Our Permaculture Life with Morag Gamble, and that's filmed down in Australia. And number 11 is Gardener Scott with the Gardener Scott channel. He's a master gardener, and he's producing the show in Colorado at his home. Number 10 is Suburban Homestead with Siloe Oliveira. I envy him because his house looks out over the CSX main line. Number 9 is Diego Footer with the Diego Footer channel out of California. Number 8 is David the Good, living in some tropical island of unknown location. Number 7 is Mike at Mike's Backyard Nursery, filmed in Ohio. And number 6 is Deep South Homestead with Danny and Wanda, that is filmed in Mississippi. Number 5 is Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. The early years are filmed at their suburban home in Virginia. Now they live on a 15-acre parcel in Florida. Charles Dowding in England is a big proponent of no-dig gardening. That's a must-see channel. Rusted Garden with Gary Pillarchick is filmed in Maryland. I recognize the red clay in his soil. Number 2 is Mike at Self-Sufficient Me down in Australia. And number 1 is Growing Your Greens with John Kohler, originally from California, more recently in Nevada. It is a great channel. So if you're stuck at home and you want to improve your gardening skills, look up some of these garden channels, and I'm sure you'll be impressed with what they have to say.